Gentlemen, this is Vince Miller. Thank you so much for joining me for this devotional. Today we are in Daniel chapter 11. I'm going to read verses 5 through 6. Before I do, just a reminder, we're going to be in 1 Timothy next. So you need to go to the website today, pick up your 1 Timothy scripture journal. You can do that right now. It helps support the ministry that we do here. But next, in context, as we dive back in chapter 11, there is this angelic being who has come to be with Daniel to explain to him some things. It's probably Gabriel. And Gabriel has come to him to explain some things that are going to happen in the future. And he has already revealed two future emperors, Xerxes from Persia and Alexander the Great from Greece. And then next he says this. He says, then the king of the south shall be strong, but one of his princes shall be stronger than he, and he shall rule, and his authority shall be a greater authority. And after some years, they shall make an alliance, and the daughter of the king of the south shall come to the king of the north to make an agreement, but she shall not retain the strength of her arm, and he and his arm shall not endure, but she shall be given up, and her attendants, who had fathered her, and he who supported her in those times. So after Alexander the Great, he explained that there would be the coming of two different kingdoms. Egypt from the south with a ruler named Ptolemy I Soter, who was a former general under Alexander the Great, who would reign for about 22 years, and Syria from the north led by Seleucus I Nicator, another lesser general under Alexander the Great, who would reign for about 20 years during about the same time. To put it simply, these two verses of the prophecy declare that there's going to be a lot of change after Alexander the Great that would create this tension around the nation of Israel, both north and south. And, I think we, in a very light measure, are experiencing some of this at the present. We have experienced transitions in power from one president to the next, to the next, to the next over the last few years. And we have seen changes in positions and in policies and politics and bills and laws and spending and allegiances that naturally have polarized people and create tension felt by God's people. But I think what we read here should strengthen our faith. Here's why. We get to look back and read predictions told in detail long before they ever happened. Therefore, we can be assured that if God knew the details of their future before they happened, then he's going to know the details of our future before they happen. So if you are feeling a little worked up and concerned about the future right now, know this, that there's nothing that God doesn't know. Political and national transitions don't concern him, but God knows they concern us because we don't see the future like he does. He knows what's going to happen, and he knows how it's going to affect God's people way in advance. In this situation, I think God is trying to calm Daniel down by letting him know that he's fully aware and in control of the future. Like he's the one who allows people to possess power and leadership, but only for a season. And we need to trust that God knows what he's doing, that he's calling the shots and he's looking out for us. Our job is to be faithful and to trust the one who knows everything that will ever happen. And fellas, if this has blessed you today, then bless someone else with it. And with that, I'll see you right back here again tomorrow.